Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I hope all is well with you. So, I'm coming with another story time. But before we get into it, let's cover the logistics. Know that all things on this channel are alleged, in my opinion. It is for entertainment and commentary purposes. Also, y'all, make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and push that notification bell so you're notified whenever I drop a video. Because these story times be baby life. Everyone needs a good story in their life. So let's get into this one. So y'all know I've been covering this black Tinder swindler slash engagement swindler guy. And we heard from Paige, which was the fiance. We've heard from Camille, which was the mother of the seventh child, at least child. Um, and now we're going to hear from finally the wife. Keep in mind that the wife was the wife the whole time. He was having babies. He was engaged to other women. He had no intentions of marrying these women. He just wanted to play with their head to get what he wanted out of the situation. Classic manipulation. But without further ado, we're going to hear from Sam, which is the wife of the black Tinder swindler. So let's get into it. Let's add her to the stage and hear what she has to say. First, let's start off with this picture that she's still sharing, which is the person in conversation, the person we're talking about, and then that's their two kids, I'm assuming.
Hey family, it's me, the one and only Hopkins. I
All right,
am
I'll start it
the
over.
engagement. Hey family, it's me, the one and only Samantha Hopkins. I am the engagement swindler's wife, actual wife, unfortunately. And I wanted to come on here. I know everybody's dying for my story, and I'm dying to give it to you. I just have recently gone through a tragedy. My godson, about a month ago, was shot and killed by a local sheriff here in Douglas County. So we have been protesting and fighting for justice for him. So I have not been ignoring you or trying to keep anybody hanging. I just have been really fighting for justice for him because he deserves it. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that, unfortunately, as well. So I do also want to add that I um, have to be kind of careful with the things that I say. Byron is a very dangerous person, and I am afraid of him. He has done the worst to me in life, and I am still currently suffering pretty heavily because of him. So I want to ensure that I cannot give this predator more ammunition or give him the ability to create an ammunition or a narrative against me because if you have been the victim of narcissistic abuse, you understand that you are portrayed in a very negative light. You are the target, you are the punching bag, you are the scapegoat. So I am going through a battle right now currently with him in regards to that, and I'll get deeper into it 100% so that you guys can know. Please forgive me, those are my dogs in the back. But yes, I am his wife. I have been married to him since May 8th, 2013. And Byron is a predator in every capacity there could be. He will prey on you. He does his research. This is not new to him. This is something that he's done his whole life. He goes, as I've heard in the comments, many people say he will. There is a plethora of bodies that he leaves behind, not just of women and families, but also children. So it is super sad. I will say that the child that we share together is the only child that he is involved with, and I know that for a fact, which I find odd and concerning. And I will touch upon why it is so concerning. But Byron is dangerous. If you run across him, get away from him. If he comes near you, run. If he approaches you, turn away. I do not say this with glee. I say this with pain and anxiety. He is dangerous, and he still is very capable of doing a great deal of damage, not just to me, but to the woman he is now with, what he's done to Camille, what he's done to Paige. I have a couple other exes that I am very, very close with. That is the only good thing that came out of me being involved with Byron in any way, is I have some great allies now. We had to get through it, but yeah. Hey family, it is me. I'm so sorry I have been away. As I stated in my last video, my godson, Jalen Sebron, was horribly murdered by a Douglas County Sheriff's officer. So I have been fighting along with his family tooth and nail to get him justice, to get somebody to even talk to the family, acknowledge the family, or even take a look at the family. We're dealing with, a county that is, what's the politically correct word? I mean, they're just, they're not with the times. Let's just say that. And my godson was a Black man. So that all will probably tell you the story that you need to know, unfortunately. So we are fighting tooth and nail for Jalen Sebron and his justice. So I just want to put that out there, that once again, that is my main priority right now, and my main focus is getting justice, not just for him, but for his family. I would like to go into just a little bit of the story that I have kind of been keeping up on. I think it's super important for me to begin this by corroborating what Camille has gone through, what Paige has gone through, because I have been intertwined with every story. And the reason for that is because I was not smart enough to make sure when he left, I was safe. I just didn't think I would still be his punching bag. I didn't think that I was going to be his victim. I didn't think that I was going to, be in his grasp anymore. And that is furthest from the truth. I have been one of his consistent victims. I have been one of his consistent targets. And it's been very hard for me, because when I had my daughter, I had always promised that I would never keep her away from her father. I just get nothing out of that. It's not a benefit to me. I don't take pride in anything like that. So Byron has always had an open door to our daughter. And that was his way to get to me. That was his way to hurt me. That was his way to abuse me still. That was his way of backing me into a corner like he used to. That was his way of saying, I'm still here. I still got you. And so I personally struggle with a lot of guilt because of that, because I could have done more to protect myself and protect my daughter and my son. And I didn't, because I didn't think somebody would I didn't think somebody that I cared so little about, like I had no concern what he was doing in the slightest or who he was with, as long as they were good to my kid, it just wasn't worth the fight to me anymore. And, you know, by the grace of the universe, he has ran into some really, really great women, you know, so I have been blessed to have women that truly care for my daughter. So for me, it was like, he's going to make his bed, he's going to lay in it. My daughter's going to become of age at some point in time and we'll have that conversation. But I digress onto that situation. We'll dive further into it again, like I said. But I met Byron, the engagement swindler, the black Tinder swindler, in 2020, or no, 2020, forgive me, in 2010. I believe it was June, maybe the July timeframe. I met him at my work. He came in and we clicked. We hung out, we talked. I helped him with, you know, whatever he needed at the time when he would stop by. And we had great conversations. He was super funny. He was attractive. Like, he was very charming. He listened intently on what I was going through. So, yeah, I mean, the first couple times I was like, ooh, you know, like, this is nice. Like, I've never had this before, or whatever the case may be. And
The sad part is he was listening to what she was going through to use it to manipulate to get his way. He comes in, he listens to what she has to say, and then swoops in like the knight in shining armor, you know, that is going to save the day, that's not going to treat her like everything else that she's going through or everyone else that she's, you know, in relation to. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, she's probably expressing the stuff she's going through with past relationships. I say that assumingly, but that picture shows that she has an older child. I thought both were his kids, but it looks like the daughter is only his. So she's probably venting about what she's going through in her relationships. And he's just sitting there taking notes, not to do better, but to be able to manipulate her better, to be able to con his way into her heart and her finances and her home, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing genuinely good. Nothing. But I just wanted to note that.
And shortly after that, 4 months later, I became pregnant. I know, a whopping 4 months, right?
What are the odds? If I recall right, Camille said it was 4 months before she got pregnant too. Like, he times it. That's insane. He got a timer going on. He is bound to get you pregnant by the 4th month.
But I, like many of the others, found my knight in shining armor. I found the person that I had been asking for, manifesting for, praying for, whatever it is that you want to say. Like, that was what I'd done. And I was like, there's no way that this man is just like single. Like, there's just no way. And yeah, he was, or so I thought. So we got pregnant with my daughter pretty quickly, obviously. And fast forward to, boom, me being 7 months pregnant. Mind you, I will say there were incidents in between me first meeting him and being 7 months pregnant that I should have been like, bro, like, what are we doing? But I was young. I was dumb. I was a kid trying to hold on to something that, you know, girls dream of. And it had finally landed on my lap after, you know, so many lost and failed relationships or whatever, right? So I, like everybody else, was like, yeah, those are fine. Those are fine. Those are fine. Those are fine. Those situations are fine. Those excuses that you're telling me is good enough for me to take. And I'm going to take it, because facing that was way scarier than just swallowing it and, all right, like, it's only been a couple months, or it's only been this, or it's only been that, right? But Byron moved fast. The second I met him, he was all over me. All over me. He was all over every day, wanted to hang out,
Love bombing.
slowly never left. And then eventually, within a few weeks, he moved in.
Love bombing.
And then shortly
That's
after
what they
that,
do.
tried and true. Oh, it'll be cheaper if we get on the same cell phone plan. Like that's what we'll do. So of course I did that. He sinks his teeth in. He starts sucking you in. He starts putting, the clause in to where you can't just leave. You can't just back out, right? Like he's got you. And what Byron does is he starts to take care, like not take care of you, but he starts to take advantage of you financially. Once he's got you emotionally, once he's got your heart, your spirit, your mind in that, like that's task 1. Task 2 is to drain you. He's going to drain you of everything that you have. And you'll say, oh no, I'm way better than that. I don't do that. I got this. Okay. Yeah, me too. He left me with nothing. Absolutely nothing when Byron left. And I'll dive deeper into that. But I met Byron's first wife, who was super gracious to me, is a really good friend of mine now still, and somebody who I'm very, very, very thankful for. I think back to when she reached out to me when I was 7 months pregnant and had bought myself this massive engagement ring because that made sense, right?
Pause. So you mean to tell me this wasn't his first marriage? I mean, I'm not surprised hearing the type of person he is, but that's crazy how things are like repeating, and it makes sense what she's saying when she says he's a predator, because he pretty much does stuff in the same order. So I'm sure he did the same thing with the first wife, but you can see it happening also in Camille's story. 4 months pregnant. 4 months in, she gets pregnant. And oddly enough, Camille just said how when she was about 7 or 8 months pregnant, Sam had reached out to her. And the same thing happened to Sam. So when she was 7 months pregnant, the first wife reached out to her. Or at least the first wife that we know of now. Because at this point, he might have had many wives. I can't tell. But yeah, it's giving predator, in my opinion.
And she just was like, he's dangerous. He's sick in the head. He does this for a living. Like all of the things that I'm telling Camille and Paige now. And I didn't listen. I didn't want to hear it, right? I was in my honeymoon phase. I had just found out I was pregnant, or no, not just found out, but I was getting ready to have my daughter. And life was fine. Like all those little hiccups that he was able to explain away, I don't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it, right? So I was that girl. I was that one that was like, nah, I'm good. Like, that's my man. I can change him. I can do this. I can do that. All the things that all of us have always thought at one point in time. And I know a lot of people want to say like, girl, no, bye. But we have, and it's okay. I'm not making excuses for it. I've grown, I've learned from it, and I'm the best version of myself now than I ever have been. But it's not about me. We're talking about Byron. We're talking about a diabolical human being that will take advantage, lie, cheat, and steal from anyone. That includes children. That includes his family. That includes his immediate friends. You are a come up to him. No more, no less. You are a pawn in his bigger game. And that is what I'm trying to let you guys know. This is not about jealousy. This is not about how ignorant I was. This is about Byron being a completely dangerous person. And we need to be aware of that fully.
This is crazy. Crazy. I cannot believe it. And she ain't lying. Because Camille was saying how she didn't want to hear nothing anyone had to say about it too. Her mother was on her like, something's not right, and she didn't want to hear it. Like, it's what he does. He love bombs. He lays it on thick. He's He's probably in your face every second of the day, every minute, every hour, making sure you feel loved. And once you feel like, oh, this is my man, my man, my man, my man, he's draining your pockets. See, we got to stop with this fairy tale love story that we be, I guess, passing down to our daughters, even when they watch it on TV, if we're not the ones actually telling them. It's all over TV. We've all had this thought that we should have this fairy tale life or fairy tale wedding or fairy tale, relationship. That's 9 times out of 10 never how it works out, okay? And to her point too, a lot of people do get on them instead of the person they should be getting on, which is Byron. Granted, yes, they made mistakes, but haven't we all? You know what I'm saying? We've all fell a fool for somebody at some given point in time. Whether you were a small fool or a big fool, it all depends. Every situation varies. You have some people who you can't pull them too far off the edge where you're like, wait a minute, before they catch on and they're like, nah, nah, nah. Then there's others who are like straight in denial and will go straight bankrupt and everything else because they're blinded. What Eve say? Love is blind and it'll take over your mind. What you think is love is truly not. You better educate and find. I'm telling you, you be thinking in your mind that there's no way he's gonna hurt me. And like she said, he has an answer for everything. He can explain away everything. So you being in the situation, you be so lost. Okay. Yep. That makes sense, babe. Yep. Love you. Be so like ready to just be in love or ready to have somebody by your side. Some people just to say it. And some people just fool. They really do think they're in love. I think nonetheless, we should kind of lay off a little bit, just a tad bit, off of them because we've all felt a fool for somebody. We be ready to hold them to the damn cross when our anger, all our focus should be on that one person, the one causing all this chaos, the one causing all this division. Because what did he do? Which is what they always do, triangulate these women. Oh yeah, man, she won't let me see my kid and da 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 da. And now you thinking like, oh, she a B. Like, oh, that's messed up. I hate when women do that. And I hate that, which I do. I do hate because there are women who do that, right? But then there's women who's minding their business, don't even know these lies are being conjured up about them. And you have this hate now for this person, and they don't even know why. You don't know why, really. But it's all because the person causing chaos and division is spewing all these lies in your head, in your ears. Child, these people are crazy. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay, wait a minute. We got action. It says father. Must have blocked out the name. Now he don't even have his own name. She put him as such and such as father. Her child's, I'm assuming that's the child's name that's being blocked off. So it says, please text me when you leave with an ETA so I can start getting her ready. She's playing with her cousins right now. 9:58 ETA. Actually, 10:07. Had to get gas. This place is huge. This may help get you closer to us. And it looks like, oh, I'm like, why is there a picture of a house? So she's blocking off the address that it's a Google map. It looks like there's an address there or whatever. So she sent him, I think that's her in the blue. She sent him saying, this place is huge. This may help get you closer to us. He said, okay, perfect. We are by 15:30. So it must be wherever they're meeting, maybe. Oh. Let's see. Okay. I text Delilah twice. Does she not have her phone? No, she's with Camille at the chiropractor and they went to go eat as well. So let me see. Okay, yeah, she's still in blue. I was about to say, how did she get access to his text? But it's the same, child. Don't mind me. Okay, I just want to make sure you are getting her a full-size suit. A suitcase, not a carry-on. I want to prepare for Saturday. We leave early, and with everything going on Southwest, I want to give us enough time to get to where we need to be. Have the other 2 suitcases packed to the brim. It probably says I have the other 2 suitcases packed to the brim already, and we still have more stuff of hers we need to pack. They canceled over 90 flights. You might want to check yours. Also, yes, she has a full-size suitcase. Sam says, I've been checking daily. Let me know when you plan on bringing her back today. I was able to check us in and get our boarding passes, so I am praying it goes smoothly. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to pick up from here, which is, I read all of these. Okay, any update? I need to pack the rest of her stuff up and wash clothes. Like 8. Okay, thank you. Let's see. That's her, and I'm assuming the baby. Okay, and it goes back to the front. Let's see what the caption says. Part 1. This was the last time I saw my daughter. She was taken by her father and never returned as he had promised. This is the first part of what caused the most tragic and heartbreaking 2 years of my life. Hashtag the engagement swindler. What? So he done stole that baby? He stole her from her, which explains, I believe I remember Camille saying that they had the girl full time. And he probably lied to Camille as to why they were getting the daughter. Meanwhile, he stole her from her mother. You see him in the text saying he's bringing her, and he never brought her for 2 years. I wonder, she need to give us the rest of this story, because I couldn't imagine not having my daughter for 2 years. Like, was police involved? Like, what happened? 2 years? She was taken by her father. Oh my gosh. Y'all let me know what y'all think of this. So we gonna keep it updated. We're gonna keep watching her page for some updates. I hope she lets us know what happened with this 2-year debacle. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
Listen, I like chocolate girl, all shades, different flavors. She a diamond and a pearl. She a goddess with a mentor, yeah. Cinnamon swirl. She relate to what I've been through, yeah. Queen of my world.